The Chicago Bears pick up their first win of the 2019 NFL season in a nail-biter against the Denver Broncos, 16-14. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL football, talking a little Bears. So gonna give you guys my recap of this game, the good, the bad, and everything else in between. But as always, before I do so, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe by hitting the big red subscribe button down below and turning on my post notifications by clicking the bell icon, okay? A lot of NFL content, previews, recaps, picks every week. Just straight analysis on football that you want, that you need, that you should subscribe to. So go ahead and do that. And also, while you're at it, follow me on my social media. Reach out to me on my Twitter, my Instagram, links in the description and on the screen for that. So without further ado, let's get started. So since it was a Bears victory, let's start with the good, because there was, of course, a lot of bad in this game, even though the Bears won, and I am going to get to every single thing. Don't you worry. Oh, I will get to it. Okay, with that being said, let's start with the good. What did I say before this game was the key for the Bears? Run the damn football, Matt Nagy, and that is exactly what Matt Nagy did. So happy about that. 18 rush attempts for David Montgomery, 62 yards rushing and a touchdown. Again, yards per carry might not be that impressive, but hey, I just wanted to see the rush attempts go up. 153 rushing yards. You love seeing that. Cordero Patterson had a big run, 2 rushes for 50 yards. But the most important thing was establishing David Montgomery. And look at that. Your lone touchdown of the game was a David Montgomery rushing touchdown. So Matt Nagy absolutely needs to realize that the Bears need to run the football. That is the formula for success, not Mitch Trubisky dropping back 45 times and throwing the football, okay? So love seeing that. Run game was good. Let's move on to the other good in this game, the kicking. Eddie Pinheiro, I salute you. You had a monster game, and he deserves a round of applause, folks. I'm going to put the voice over here, too. Let's give Eddie Pinheiro a round of applause. A 40-yard field goal, a 52-yard field goal, a 53-yard field goal to win the game. We're talking about a clutch performance from Eddie Pinheiro, and I told you guys when he was competing for the kicking job that I believed he was the better kicker over Elliott Fry. He just has a bigger leg. He's more accurate, and I believed he was the right guy. And so far, I've been proven right, so happy about that. But again, he was the reason in terms of, obviously, the Bears winning this game because he made the clutch kick at the very end. And it's so nice to win a game being on the opposite side of what we were last year with the double doink, okay? A kicker actually winning it for us instead of losing it. So love seeing that. And these weren't easy field goal, folks. We're not talking about chip shots. 40, 52, and a 53-yarder in this game. So shout out and salute to Eddie Pinheiro, man. Give him the game ball. He deserves it. Excellent performance from him. So there you have it, the good in this game. Now, let's talk about the bad, because this was an ugly game. 16-14. I was tweeting throughout the game, if you guys follow me on Twitter, and I basically said after that game ended, that game took 10 years off my life. That's what it felt like. I mean, it went on forever. And then when the Broncos got that 2-point conversion, I mean, I felt like I got gray hair at that point, realizing that the Bears might lose this game. And then Mitch comes back down and somehow finds Allen Robinson in the middle of the field, and then they kick the field goal, and then the Bears win. So a lot of emotions in this game. And I'll start with saying what I just mentioned with Mitchell Trubisky, because everybody is going to rip him apart after that performance or lack thereof, because it wasn't much of a performance, but he did make that throw to Allen Robinson to set up the game-winning field goal. He did do that. So say what you want about Mitch Trubisky. I mean, he did not have a good game again, but somehow, always in the clutch, plays better, okay? Last year, too, in the playoffs, everybody forgets he was the guy that threw the pass to Allen Robinson to set up the Cody Parkey field goal that ended up being a miss, okay? Again, he didn't have a great game in the playoffs because he only put up, 15 points. But at the end, when you need to be clutch, Mitchell Trubisky somehow is clutch. So I'll start with saying that. But man, in terms of Mitch's performance overall, because it's not just the last 2 minutes that you count the entire game. You got 4 quarters for a reason, folks, okay? And Mitch's final stat line, 16 for 27 for 120 yards passing. That's it. 120 yards passing. I think the running back for the 49ers, Matt Breida, he's the backup running back, ran for more yards than Mitch passed for. I'm serious. Go look it up. 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That was Mitchell Trubisky's stat line today. You guys know that I am a Mitchell Trubisky supporter. I supported when the Bears drafted him, and I believed he was the right guy. But damn it, it's getting really hard to defend him at this point. I mean, after 2 games, Mitch has 0 touchdowns and 1 pick. Okay? Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes threw 4 touchdowns in the second quarter. Okay? Second quarter, he threw 4 touchdowns. Now, again, I don't like comparisons because there's so many things that could play a part in a quarterback's success with the team, the system, the coach, the talent, and everything else in between. But we know Mitch is always going to be compared to Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes because they were in his draft last year, his contemporaries. So when you see Patrick Mahomes doing what he's been doing, and even Deshaun Watson to a certain extent, and Mitch comes out and starts the season like this, it just leaves you speechless. Because at this point, I mean, folks, there is no other conclusion after 2 games to arrive to other than Mitchell Trubisky has turned into a game manager. Okay? Now, I will say this. That might be a product of Matt Nagy and this coaching staff, making him that, even if he might not be. Okay, and why I say that is because I told you I ripped apart Matt Nagy after game 1 for his atrocious play calling. He is the reason we lost that game, not Mitchell Trubisky. Mitch didn't help that much, but Matt Nagy lost that game. And in this week, the Bears win, but we didn't really let Mitch do much. Okay, now he missed a bunch of wide open guys. He had 1 throw to Gabriel that he should have hit. It was an easy throw, and then 1 to Montgomery, which he kind of floated over his head. Accuracy's not there. We get it. But what I had envisioned for Mitch Trubisky, and this is the part that I want to clear up, because everybody thinks that I believe Mitchell Trubisky's, like the next great quarterback and he's going to be like fantastic. I've never said that. I've never said Mitchell Trubisky is going to be a top 5 quarterback or anything like that. All I've said for Mitch Trubisky is he can become what Jared Goff has become for the Rams. Okay? And that's it. And to me, it's not that far-fetched, because if you looked at the trajectory of Jared Goff's career versus Mitchell Trubisky's career, it wasn't crazy. You literally had the second year of each quarterback's career, a head coach come in and, kind of catapult them into another level. Last year, Matt Nagy comes in, Mitch 24 touchdowns, 12 picks, and he had made a Pro Bowl. Same thing with Jared Goff, and then this third year made another leap, 32 touchdowns, 12 picks with Sean McVay. So I just believe Mitchell Trubisky would go on that same trajectory as Jared Goff. I never said he's going to be a top 5 quarterback. I never said he's going to be that level. But I do believe that Mitchell Trubisky has the talent to get to that level. Now, I can't defend what he's done up until this point because it's been awful. Again, like I said, 120 passing yards is flat out embarrassing. No touchdowns through 2 games, 1 interception. So it is putrid what he's been doing in terms of a statistical output. And of course, he's not looked good in terms of a couple of his passes as well. But this is not the same quarterback I saw last year. The confidence isn't there. The poise isn't there. The confidence in the coaching staff for Mitch to make those plays isn't there. Today, literally against the Broncos, Mitch Trubisky was a game manager. He really was. They just told Mitch, hey, don't screw it up. Just make sure you go out there and you don't lose us the game. Last year, the Bears weren't doing this with Mitchell Trubisky, folks. There was games that Mitch won for us. He literally won for us. I'm telling you, go look at it. Of course, the Tampa game comes to mind. So, moving forward, I'm scared. I'm a little pessimistic, folks, because, of course, what we've seen has not been optimistic for Bears fans. Next week, we play the Redskins. It's on Monday night, national TV. Everybody's going to be watching. Now, the narrative for Mitchell Trubisky is already out there. He's not a good quarterback. I don't care too much at this point, again, about the narrative in terms of, changing it or not, because all I care about is the Bears winning. But at the same time, if there was ever a chance for Mitch to fix the narrative, it would be when he's on national TV again. So, like I said, I can't defend Mitch after this performance. The Bears didn't win because of him. They won in spite of him, or he didn't lose us the game. And right now, for some reason, it looks like he's become a game manager for the Bears, which is not what I believe he is capable of. I believe he's capable of more, but the confidence isn't there. The Bears picked up a win. I like it. But again, folks, what's the goal here? The goal here is a Super Bowl. You can't win a Super Bowl scoring 16 points. I don't care how many wins you pick up like this, okay? You need to put up more points than this, okay? So I need more from Mitch. I need more from Matt Nagy. I need the Bears to give the confidence back into their quarterback. And listen, if Mitchell Trubisky really cannot play football, we will find out through the season, okay? And I'm not, handcuffed to Mitch. I'm not saying that. If he is not the guy for the Bears, I will, make that conclusion. And I will tell you guys, all I'm saying right now is this is not the same quarterback I saw last year. And I don't believe the coaching staff has given Mitch the confidence that he needs. And so far, through 2 games, he's become a game manager. So, like I said, overall, the run game, the kicking game, defense was solid too. They just got gassed at the very end. That's why they let up some points. But still solid. Mitchell Trubisky, awful game. Just flat out 120 yards is pathetic. Okay? And Matt Nagy, I thought he had an okay game. I don't think it was fantastic, but it was okay. The receivers didn't really do much because Mitch didn't pass the ball much. But that is so far what I think. Good win. A win is a win for the Bears, right? Next week they play the Redskins on Monday Night Football. That will also be a game they should win. But let's see what happens. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on Mitch. Are you already out on Mitch? I mean, if you are, let me know. It's hard for me to defend him at this point, folks. But let me hear you guys out. Are you out on Mitch? And give me the reasons why. And if you're not out on Mitch, give me the reasons why. I want to know down below. But as far as the Bears, folks, I mean, the game against Broncos, obviously, them winning gives us some confidence. And now moving forward against the Redskins, that should be a game we should win. But again, I'll post my preview for that as well. But if the Bears lost this game, I mean, it would have been real sad in terms of, Bears fans would have thought the season was over. Because, again, the Vikings ended up losing, the Packers won, and then the Lions won. So we're still 4th in the division right now. Just by virtue of that, the Packers 2-0, the Lions are 1-0-1. They had a tie, and then the Vikings, I believe, are 1-1. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys agree or disagree, leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.